So, hello, good evening. I'm addressing you after quite some time, uh, maybe about a week or so. I wanted to speak today on a very important paradigm, which is performance, purpose, and potential. That आपकी क्षमता क्या है, आप कितना कर पा रहे हैं और आपके जीवन का मकसद क्या है. But I'll stop a bit and I'll come to that. Before that, I want to address something which is very critical. That we hear so many young suicides today. Just heard of suicides in IITs and coaching institutes in Kota, Nitin Desai, Sushant Rajput. Why do we actually give up? This life is not yours. This life is also belongs to your parents who have brought you up, your friends, your people who are all around you. The basic understanding which I've got around is that either it's your relationships or your corporate successes or your financial problems. These are the three things which are or your perceived failure in studies. No, none of this should make you despondent. Let me tell you something. What is obsolete today would be great tomorrow and would be miraculous day after. And it's also the other way around. What could be miraculous today could be just good tomorrow and then could be just very bad day after. So in event, when situation is such dynamic, so you're sitting today in a situation thinking I'm despondent, nobody loves me, I have broken up, my financial situation is bad, or I have not done well in studies. This is all dynamic. Today it's bad, tomorrow it could be good, third day will be great. You need to keep floating. There are times that you take a little bit of time and move away. Spend time in your solitude, think about yourself, take a bit of time, but do not give up. See, the most important thing is what we call is self-esteem, is how much we love ourselves, how much we respect ourselves. There is no motivation in the world which is bigger than motivation from inside. Okay, let me start with something again. I try to say things in poems. मरने का तेरे गम में इरादा नहीं है, इश्क है पर इतना ज़्यादा तो नहीं है. क्यों देखते रहे उन सितारों की तरफ हम, मिलने का उनका जब हमसे वादा नहीं है. Why should we keep looking at things, people, career, or any of your businesses which are not meeting your targets? So you're perhaps made for something. Make a course correction, and what you seeing as a despondent situation could just turn out to be a miraculously good situation. There are stories filled. Abraham Lincoln was at the age of late 40s was someone who had panic attacks, who was not doing too well, and he became the American president. So this is again I'll say something. सितारों के आगे जहां और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी हैं. If you are thinking that I'm speaking about ishq and romance, it's not true. I mean, I'm talking about the life. Abhi, even if I've met people who have spent their life becoming a great corporate person or an IAS, and this thing that is success, but I met them about 10, 15, 20 years after they become IAS or a corporate leader, and they're not happy with what they have. So again, there's a dynamic situation. What is great today could be bad tomorrow, and then maybe the person who's in corporate turns out to be in the government, maybe who's in government turns out to be a corporate and excels again. So it's all cyclical. Don't go by what is the situation here today. And there's one more poem which is perhaps of great importance and significance to all of you, that ये इश्क नहीं आसान, बस इतना समझ लीजिए, एक आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है. This life is not you know, माँ के पेट से मरघट तक तेरी कहानी दंगल दंगल. You fighting, you know, you were born out of a pain. You know, your mother had a pain when you were born. So life, there is pain, happiness, they all go pulsating. So you need to just see that at what stage you are on, a stage of happiness, a stage of pain. Pain has its own lifeline. It will go away. Okay, so this much for it. And now, you know, in terms of success, today's very important line, and I'll leave it for my next episode, is that there are three dimensions of, you know, how you succeed. One is your purpose. It means you must define what's your purpose in life. Like Nike doesn't define its business in I'm in the business of selling shoes. No, they say I'm in the business of selling joy. Coke says I'm in the business of selling happiness. You know, there was a company called Nokia. They're saying I'm in the business of supplying the best mobile phones. What happened? Kodak said I'm in the business of providing great pictures. What happened? Kodak is no more. Nokia is no more. So people who think long term, infinite versus finite, short term versus long term. So your maqsad, your purpose has to be something which is long term, which is more infinite and more compassionate, taking people together. Let me give one very, very quick example to you once more, that, you know, people who have passed out from Harvard, they were studied on a time frame, on a timeline of 25-30 years. Some became scientists and did suicide, some became like very failures and quit their jobs. But these were all highly ranked graduates from Harvard. So they were marked and then the researchers tried to find out what is the reason of those people who have been greatly successful, and it came out that the people who had the best relationships at home with their friends and outside were the most successful. So the human aspect of your results, that's the reason people say from, you know, culture, relationships, soft skills, from a soft squishy subject is now come to the forefront. That's why people like me are talking to you about this. Big tech, big HR, big marketing, big finance can give you a success which is temporary, but strong soft skill, cultural skills, interpersonal skills, can you take the same competencies much forward and play an infinite game. So that's how I wanted to say. So one is purpose, maqsad. Then is your potential. Now your potential is measured by what you know, what skills you have acquired, and what are your interests. So if you are like, you have great potential like an engineer, and you are actually doing something in arts, or you have great potential in writing, and you are doing, you are a doctor, there is a mismatch. So first, that mismatch has to be corrected. B, there could be that you are a great doctor, but you are not doing very well at it. Could be because you haven't, there could be a gap between your knowledge and your skills. So there comes the performance. So performance is actually a function of your purpose and your potential, and conversion from potential to performance is about how much of training or development you do, or whether your potential and what you are doing is a mismatch. So correct that mismatch and develop yourself, and development always comes from in. I'll end up by saying that happiness never comes from outside. Happiness is always from within. And love yourself, be a light, treat this world as a ramp. You're walking on the ramp, people are looking at you, you are emitting the light, and you are the light to this world. You are not waiting for others to give you light, because when you wait for others to give you light, you are vulnerable. And when you decide to go to the backstage and sometimes you don't feel like coming in, you do it at a time when of your choice, not when you start feeling vulnerable. Go back, rewind, understand, come back, and again visualize that I'm the one on this ramp successful. Always visualize yourself to be successful, and a failure could just be a dip and very temporary. Thank you so much.